The holidays can bring a lot of joy and potential stress on your budget. So before the costs start to pile up, our next guest wants you to take a minute and plan your Christmas spending so the January you isn't stuck paying for December's fun. Financial expert Amanda Christensen with the USU Extension here has mapped out 3 steps here for us. You know, I think that we all think, no one thinks of the January you when it comes to Christmas time, right?
No, we're in the present when it comes to Christmas, which is fun.
The present for presents.
Right.
Right, okay.
Right.
So if we're trying to be able to get a wrangle on our spending, on our budget, where do we begin?
Yeah, I say don't just guess. Come up with even an estimated number of the total you want to spend on holiday purchases. If that's something you've tracked in the past, great. If it's not, take a peek at last year's credit card statements in November and December. You may get an idea there pretty quickly of just about what you've spent, you know, and I think that helps us make sure we're including everything as well, everything from charitable giving to the gift exchange at work. Like, don't leave any of that out.
Yes, I remember I worked retail before I went into news. You know, this is one of those in-between jobs after college.
Yeah.
And we'd always track what were our sales a year ago, right?
Yes.
So you can always look at that map as what to expect this year.
Yeah.
Right, so you want some kind of at least mental idea of where you want to be.
I do, yeah. And I like to see a spending cushion as well, even if we have a good pinpoint of what we're spending. A 10% or spending cushion gives, no budget works out to perfection ever. So a spending cushion allows us, if something costs a little more or if we forgot something in our budget, we're accountable, we're still okay.
How much of a cushion?
10%. I don't like a ton more than that because that just becomes money that's not allocated for a purpose, right? I'm willing to give myself maybe 10% of my total budget as a cushion.
All right, so obviously you want to stay within the goal. How much should you stick to that amount?
Yeah, as best you can, really. Remember, spending today is affecting January you. So stick to the amount, but be flexible, and it's okay.
How do you do that? That's the question, right?
Yeah.
How do you stick to the amount?
Yeah, so I like to track my spending. There's a couple of different ways to do it. I really like Santa's Bag app. That's a fun one that allows you to stick your spending per category or per person right into the app, and then I can quickly at a glance see what's left to spend. So however you do that, whether it's an app, a spreadsheet, a note on your phone, you've got to be able to quickly see what is left so you don't overspend.
Something that's beyond just kind of the numbers are out there just in the ether, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you say to someone who says, all right, you're taking all the fun out of this by trying to track everything by pennies and dollars here?
Yeah, in my experience, spending limits create more purposeful purchases, and they give us the freedom to enjoy spending without guilt.
Right, so there's a good answer.
Yeah.
Right, so at least you're thinking behind everything you're doing.
Yeah.
I can see that, where you're like, okay, which one do I want, this one or this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you approach shopping, keeping that in mind with next year while you're being present and yet thinking of the budget for the year to come?
Right, next December's plan starts now. So in January, setting aside even $50 a month is $600 come December next year. So if you were to start setting aside a little bit every month, I'd recommend opening a separate account and naming it. You can rename your savings accounts. Call it your holiday spending fund, because research shows we're much less likely to steal from it or use it for other reasons when we've named it.
Well, it just sounds like you're just being more active in your thinking and the way you're executing everything.
Yeah, very purposeful.
All right, so I understand you've got a workshop to help people with these skills.
Yeah, we teach budgeting workshops all the time. They're free. They're webinars, so you can join from the comfort of your home or on a lunch break at work. We teach on Tuesday, Thursdays at noon, and you can register for those at utahmoneymatters.org.
There you go. You found the place to go find it. You've got the tips to do it. Now just make sure that January you, right, is in mind here.
Yes.
Thank you, Amanda.
You're
I appreciate
welcome.
it.